Hey, welcome back to Tabletop Plays. I'm Scott Kegler with another episode of Shelf to Table. This is a series that we do where we're bringing some of our favorite games from the shelf and bringing them to the table. For today's episode, we're looking at my favorite trick-taking games. So from my shelf to the table here, talking about how these games rank from 5 all the way up to 1, my favorite trick-taking game of all time. If you haven't played a trick-taking game before, you're not familiar with that terminology, you may have played a game like this already. There are going to be games like classic ones like Hearts or Spades, Euchre, where one player is going to play a card from their hand, and that will set a suit for the round, and players will either follow that suit or not, depending on the rules of that game. Coming in at number 5, we've got Origin Story by Stonemaier Games. This one retails around $24. This is number 5 on my list because it has some things I really love to see in trick-taking games. Number 1 is that there is a bidding mechanism that ties it to its theme of either being a hero or a villain. If you think you are going to win a lot of tricks for the round, you want to score 1 victory point per turn, you are going to be a hero, so you'll reveal that. If you're not happy with your hand, you are going to reveal a villain for the round and hopefully score no tricks and earn 4 points at the end of the round. Second thing are the powers that you get. Every turn, everyone will get 3 cards dealt out to them. You will choose one to add it to your board to gain a new power for your hero or your villain. What's exciting too is you can switch between hero and villain throughout the game. You're not committed to one for the whole game. And finally, number 3, we have the final abilities, your final form, your villain or your hero, what their name is, and really what victory point condition you are moving towards for the end of the game. Just makes it an exciting origin story, if you will, that you're moving towards for this final hero, final villain in this game. Let's talk about number 4. So coming in at my number 4, we have Farmhand by Grail Games. This one is in the store right now, actually, here in Tabletop Gaming Center, and it comes in at $16. It may be my number 4 on the list, but it's my favorite game to introduce people to trick-taking. It's the easiest one to teach and learn how trick-taking works. So the first thing I love about this game is that it has a progressive track, meaning that depending on the round, people are going to be dealt out more cards. So that first round, everyone's only dealt 1 card. So as you play through that round, there's not a lot of choice, but people understand how a trick is resolved. And the game gets more complicated from there, adding more and more cards, but allows someone who's never played a trick taker to watch this happen without dealing an entire hand at once and trying to have them figure out how to play a trick taker. The second thing on this game is it's rather silly, but I love the bidding mechanic here. After you've been dealt your cards, you look at that, look how many cards are in the game, and the round, everyone will decide to make their bid. First round, if it's only 1 card, you're either going to bid a 0 or a 1, how many tricks you think you'll win. And to do so, everyone simultaneously says EI, EIO, and drops their bid, either a 0 or a 1. The last thing that I really love with this one is the available information for players. All the suits have different amounts of cards, and those range in value. So if these 2 players in the first round have their cards, I have the 2, I know the next card is either going to be a 3, 5, or 6. I have that information. I know that I'm likely going to lose this. I have that information to make my appropriate bid. So it really is a great introduction to this mechanic in the hobby, and that's why Farmhand is my number 4. Let's take a look at my number 3. Coming in at number 3, we've got Jekyll and Hyde by Mandu Games. This is a 2-player asymmetrical trick-taker game. So that's already more unique in trick-taking, only having 2 players, but I really enjoy this one. One player is, surprise, surprise, playing Jekyll. One player is playing Hyde. You determine that at the beginning of the game, and the 3 things that I really enjoy on this one is, number 1, changing trump cards. So the way the trumps work in this game with these tokens is when purple enters play the first card of the round, that would make purple the lowest suit. Normal trick taker, this would follow, but let's say the next round we play a green. Green then becomes the second highest suit. So if a purple, let's say this player played a purple, green is a trump over purple. And then when red enters play in a future trick, that would become the highest suit. And that is the order of suit strengths for the game until those are cleared or until the end of a round. The second thing I really enjoy with this is Jekyll is trying to keep as much balance in the game. So they want to win as many tricks as they've lost or get as close as possible. because that will determine how far we move up this track, where Hyde wants as much imbalance as possible. You either want to win a ton of tricks or lose a ton of tricks, because the difference in between is how far this little very nice metal token here will move down the track. You play for 3 rounds, so if you get all the way down here, Hyde wins the game. If you can prevent that by the end of the game, Jekyll wins the game. So I just love that tug of war that's happening in this game. The third thing I really enjoy is there are these potion cards which play with the different trump suits. So when these are played, there's a special ability for each trump. So you have like this potion here, and it could all of a sudden be a red potion, and that's going to clear the cards at the end of the turn. That is Jekyll and Hyde, and that is why that is my number 3. Let's move on to number 2. Coming in at number 2, we've got Rebel Princess by Zombie Paella Games. This is an excellent trick taker. It's actually based on the game of Hearts, and this is the deluxe copy we're looking at. There's actually a deluxe and standard copy, a difference of about $10, $12. I recommend the deluxe. In this game, we are going to be playing a version of Hearts, as I mentioned, which is the number 1 reason for liking it. Easy to teach people if they played that game before. Instead of not wanting to win Hearts cards, you are princesses trying to not get any suitors. So suitors or princes are the bad card to get. You want to be a rebel princess and not have any suitors. The second thing I love is the asymmetrical princess powers. Each princess at the table gets a different rebel princess ability. So here we have Pocahontas, and you have an ability you can use once per round. There are 5 rounds of the game, and it is golf rules, so you're trying to score as few points as possible until the end of the game. And the third thing I love with this one is every round has a different card that goes into play for the round. Determines first how many cards are passed either left or right amongst the players, and there's a special ability for each round, changing up the rules a little bit every time you play. So for this instance, we have the upside down rule with this cute little flamingo there. Each 6 in a trick reverses the hierarchy. So if a 6 gets played, now low cards are the high cards and high cards are the low cards. And you're going to have various versions of this, these 5 cards every time you play. So it just changes up the game. And that is why this is my number 2. Now let's take a look at my number 1. Coming in at number 1, we have Schadenfreude. This is one of my favorite trick-taking games of all time. Obviously at number 1, it is from Studio Turbine, but it's actually getting a reprint from Office Dog later this year. So while this one is somewhat hard to get a hold of, you can get it from sites like Tricky Imports. This one is going to be available, widely available. So we may even have it in the store very soon at I think it's like a $20 game. 3 things I love about this one. Number 1 is it's a little counterintuitive and it kind of messes with your brain. And what I mean by that is standard trick taker. So you're going to be playing cards and trying to follow tricks, but it is not the highest card or lowest card. It is the second highest card of the suit that wins the trick. So if this player started it at a 2, very low card, great. But somebody plays a 0, then a -2. Now 0 is the winning card because it's the second highest. And the last player plays an 8 here, goes all the way back to the 2 as the second highest card. They win that card. And you don't necessarily want to win cards in this game. We're going to score cards at the end of every round. And the values you receive are going to push you up the track. And the first player that goes over 40 is going to end the game. And what that means is whoever has the second highest score wins the game. So you're trying to hurt everyone throughout the game, which leads me to my last thing that I love in this one is how mean this game is. You're going to have a lot of crosstalk. It's very funny, but it brings up interesting things like sometimes it's as important to win as it is to lose a trick, because you can also take cards like this 2. If I won it is great. If I win 2 of the same cards, it is actually going to cancel it out. And now that's worth 0, so I'm only scoring maybe 5 for the end of the round. So just a lot of interesting things going on. Relatively easy to learn, hard to master. Schadenfreude, my favorite trick taker of all time. Now let's talk about some honorable mentions. Here we have our honorable mentions for today's video. Coming in first, we've got 3 Tricky Pigs. I love this game, but it is really hard to get a copy of. It was a limited run. I'm hoping that it gets wider distributions, but you're in this adorable kind of Looney Tune art playing the 3 little pigs. You're playing low cards to win. If it's only pigs because you want to be lazy. If a wolf is played, you want to play high. So it's always changing back and forth. Absolutely adore this one. Next, we have the Fox in the Forest. This is a classic. This is the new deluxe version that is out and easy to get. Highly recommend the deluxe copy. This is very similar to Jekyll and Hyde, where it's 2-player only. Great couples game. If you are interested in something that's a little less spooky themed, cute nature theme, Fox in the Forest. Last one here. This is a close second to Shred and Fredda as far as meanness. Great game, the Icarus Club, set in a casino, and you're trying to be the player who does not win the most in a round, because you'll catch the attention of the casino, get kicked out, and score 0 points for the whole round. So fun theme, kind of mean, Icarus Club. Those are our honorable mentions for today's video. So those are my top favorite trick-taking games of all time. Today anyways, as I love trick takers, so I'm always looking for more. If you enjoyed some of these games, you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Maybe tell me about which one you like the most, the one you're interested in, or one that I didn't cover here for me to check out. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this episode, we'd love for you to go ahead and like and subscribe so we can keep making more content like this. We look forward to bringing more games from the shelf to the table.